Come on. If X is 80% of Y, what percent of Y is X? This is information. This is question. X is 80% of Y. X depends on Y. Comparison is in percentage. So I want numbers for X comma Y. X depends on Y. Percentage is there. Unknown number treated as 100. X is 80% of this number, which is 80. Information is already represented here. Now go to question. What percent of Y is X? I told you already, percentage meaning how to remember it. How to remember percentage. God has given us mouth also to speak. Is by of into 100. Is related to X. Of related to Y. Is X of Y is by of into 100. X is 80. Y is 100. 80 by 100 into 100 gets cancelled. Answer 80% only. Because this is the first question, I tried to explain you by writing something, but otherwise you don't have to write anything for this question. Just remember our concept. Is by of into 100. If this is there in your mind, you don't have to write anything for this question. You don't have to write. Is X of Y? Is X of Y? Same statement. Representation changed. That's all. Same statement. Is X of Y? Is X of Y? Same answer will be there. The language representation got changed, that's all. In the same question, if suppose of X is Y, of X is Y. If this is our question, now we have a different one. X and Y, unknown is Y, this is 100, X is 80%, 80. Is Y, Y comes in numerator. Of X, of comes in denominator, into 100. Y is 100, divided by X is 80, into 100. 100 by 80. 25 times, 24 times. 5 by 4 into 100, 125%. 125%. If it is what percent of X is Y, then you'll get different one. But in our question, whatever is given, the same asked, but in a different language. Representation is different, that's all. But the question is same. Next. P% of P is 36. What is equal to P? Whatever we discussed, the same I am going to use. P%. Symbol is there. I don't want symbol. Remove it. P by 100. Of. According to Bodmer's rule, O stands for of meaning multiplication. P is equal to 36. 100 goes to right hand side. P square is equal to 3600. 3600 in a square format, that is equal to 60 square. If P square is 60 square, P will be equal to plus or minus 60. Be careful. P can be plus or minus 60. We have only positive numbers. Go with 60. If you have minus 60 and both B and C, if these are your options, answer is D. Because if P square is equal to 60 square, when you have exponent even number, if your exponent is an even number, you should consider positive and negative both. So if options are plus 60 here, minus 60 here and both B and C, D is final answer. You may get a doubt. What if this is not there, minus 60 is there, plus 60 is there, but fourth option D is 15 only? Then which should be given? Did anyone get this doubt? No? Super then. No doubt, no answer. Come on, next. 0.15% of 33 1/3% of 10,000. Let's use the same. 0.15%, percentage symbol deleted. 0.15. When deleted, percentage symbol is deleted by 100. Of into 33 1/3%. Do you remember anything? 33 1/3%. That is 1/3. Of into 10,000. First of all, two zeros cancel. After decimal, 2 digits are there. Into 100 is there. Decimal gets cancelled and you can remove 2 zeros. After decimal, 2 digits are there. We still have 100. If you multiply here, you can delete 2 zeros and this decimal gets eliminated. 15/3, answer is 5. That's all. Next. If 15% of A plus B is equal to 25% of A minus B, then what percent of B is equal to A? We were asked to calculate percentage. Of B is A. Of B is A. Our final step is going to be is by of into 100. So A by B into 100. We have to use this. Finally, information wise, 15% of A plus B is equal to 25% of A minus B. Basically, you can cross here to save steps. First of all, percentage symbol gets cancelled. 5 3 times, 5 5 times. 3A, 5A. Take 3A to the other side. 5A minus 3A, that is 2A. 3B minus 5B. Minus 5B. Minus 5B comes to this side. 3B plus 5B, that is equal to 8B. From this, we want A by B. From this, 2 4 times A by B is equal to, B comes to this side, which is equal to 4. Then final answer is A by B we got 4. 4 into 100, that is equal to 400%. See, any of you, if you have any doubt, just raise your hand. That is the symbolic notation that we regularly follow in our classes. If any of you have any doubt, if you want me to repeat the same question, just raise your hand. That means I'll be able to understand that I have to repeat the question. Is it okay? Right. Next. 65 grams is what percent of 2 kgs? See, one is in grams, the other is in kgs. Both should be in same representation. When you take 65 grams here, you have to take 2 kgs also in terms of grams. So 2 kgs is equal to 2000 grams. 2 kgs meaning 2000 grams. Is here, half here. Is comes in numerator. Half comes in denominator. Percentage into 100. 2 zeros cancel. 5 13 times. 5 4 times. Final answer 13/4. When you use percentage, both numerator and denominator should be in same measurements. Both can be in grams or both can be in kgs. That is the only conversion that you have to consider. For example, if it is about time, I think time based question is also there. There also we will discuss. Here both should be in grams or both should be in kgs. We converted 2 kgs to grams and then now we are considering grams. Both are in same measurement. Right. So now look at this. Here this is conversion about time. Even here also, when you write percentage, is by of into 100. Is by of into 100. Both can be in minutes. Both can be in seconds. Both can be in hours. Both can be in days. It can be anything. But both numerator and denominator measurement should be same. That is the only one thing that we have to follow. The time duration of 1 hour 45 minutes is what percent of a day? Of a day, duration of. So don't confuse here. Is related to a question. Of is related to duration. It is duration of. It is not percentage of. It is duration of. You have to consider about percentage. A is what percent of B? A is what percent of B? This of is related to percentage. This of is related to duration. So we have to concentrate on percentage of, but here it is duration of. This of is not related to hour of. Understand this point. We have to remember percentage of or percentages. Percentage of. Here we have of. This of is not related to us. That is something else. That is a stupid fellow. This is our relative. Of comes in denominator. So 1 day, which is equal to 24 hours. 1 hour 45 minutes. This 45 minutes converted to hours, 45 by 60, which is 3/4. 1 3/4 in the sense that is equal to 7/4 hours. 1 hour 45 minutes. 45 minutes converted to hours, 45 by 60, that is 3/4. 1 3/4 that is equal to 7/4. 1 day in the sense 24 hours. Both are in hours now. percentage of, this should come in denominator. This comes in numerator. 7 by 4. 7, let me write here. 4 comes in denominator. Percentage into 100. Hope you are following. Don't go for cancellation here. Let me write directly. 720 by 4 into 24. 424 times, that is equal to 96. 96 7 times. Let me tell you the calculation part here. 96 7 times. 90 into 7, 630. 90 into 7, 630. 6 into 7, 42. 630 plus 42, 672. Still you have 28. 28 by 96. Let me write it as 28 by 96 directly like this. 4 7 times, 4 24 times. 7 by 24 we have to calculate. See, because options are very close to each other. There are two options which are starting with 7 and both are very close. But if you observe this, this is close to 7.2. This is close to 7.3. Have you understood this? This is very close to 7.2. As you have 7.29, that is close to 7.3. So here also I will observe the same. Is it close to 2 times or 3 times? 2 times of this number is 48. Here we have 7. Or you can write 70 also. 3 times is 72. Here it is 70. So this value should be close to 7.3. This will be equal to 7.292. See, when you write a decimal, it becomes 0. 70 by 24. 24 2 times is 48. But in numerator we have 70. Far more than that. 24 3 times is 72. Our numerator is 70. 70 is very close to 72. Little bit less than that. So answer should be close to 7.3 but little bit less than that. Hope you understood. This is close to 7.2. This is close to 7.3. When you write a decimal, 7 becomes 70. 70 by 24 we have to write. 24 2 times is 48. You have 70 here. Far more. 24 3 times is 72. You have 70. Close to that. Little less than that. Answer should be close to 7.3 but little bit less than that. This can be eliminated. 7.292 final answer. Next. The sum of two numbers is 520 if the bigger number is decreased by 4% and smaller number is increased by 12%. Then number obtained are equal. The smaller number is. They are talking about two numbers. One bigger number, one smaller number. Sum of numbers is 520. Forget about it for some time. That can be anything. Bigger number is decreased by 4%. If the bigger number is x, remember, you can write it as x, or you can write it as 1 into x, or you can write it as 100% of x. All are same. X, 1 into x, or 100% of x. All are same. Because comparison is in percentage, let me treat it as 100% of x. If it decreases by 4%, it becomes 96% of x. Initially it was 100% of x. 4% decreased, it becomes 96%. So bigger number is X. Smaller number increased by 12%. Let me take smaller number as Y, which is equal to 100% of Y. Increased by 12%, then it will become 112% of Y. This is smaller number. Initially it was 100% of Y. 12 percentage increased, becomes 112% of Y. Understood? Following? Are you guys following? And they said, then numbers are obtained are equal. These two are equal. Percentage cancel. From this, you need to write X by Y. Now let me tell you something. If you want to go for cancellations here, start with 2, 3, 4, something. Don't do that. Let me tell you cancellation rule. There is a technique here. You want to identify common factors here. Identify the difference between both the numbers. 96, 112. Identify the difference. What is difference between both the numbers? 16. 16 is the difference. Try to cancel this number with 16. This is 16 6 times. If it is 6 times, obviously this will be 7 times. Because this is 16 more than this number. If it is 6 times, that will be 7 times. Got it? Got it? Majority of the time, identify the difference when you want to go for cancellation. Identify the difference. Try to cancel your number with that difference. 99% cases, you can cancel it. Failing the case, what you have to do is, you have to go for next highest factor. Cancellation is with next highest factor. I'll extend you this concept. Let me first complete this question. I'll explain you that. 16 6 times, 16 7 times. From this, X by Y is equal to 6 goes to the other side, that is 7 by 6. So X is equal to 7 parts, Y is equal to 6 parts. X by Y is equal to 7 by 6. The same you can write it as X is to Y is 7 is to 6. X will be 7 parts, Y will be 6 parts. Bigger number is 7 parts, smaller number is 6 parts. Sum of numbers is 13 parts. Sum of numbers is 13 parts. Sum of numbers is 520. Then 1 part value is equal to 520 divided by 13. Sum is equal to 13 parts, which is equal to 520. 1 part is equal to 520 by 13. Question is to identify smaller number. Smaller number in the sense Y. Y is equal to 6 parts. We need 6 parts here. Into 6. 13, 4 times and then 0 times. 6 into 40, that is equal to 240. Option C. Understood? Understood? Right. So let me extend this concept. Next highest factor. Whenever you have cancellation, if you want to go for cancel X and Y, take the difference. If the difference between X comma Y, for example, if it is A, Try to cancel x and y with a. 99% cases it will work. Failing the case, you should try with next highest factor. How do we get next highest factors? This is important. How do we get next highest factor? For any number, highest factor is number itself. That is a by 1. Next highest factor is a by 2. Next highest factor is a by 3, and so on. Let me give you an example. If the difference is 24, try to cancel x with 24. 99% cases it will work. Failing the case, if you go for next highest factor, divide it by 2, that is 12. Try cancelling x and y with 12. It will work. Otherwise, next highest factor of 24 divided by 3, 8. So if I write factors in descending order, if I write factors in descending order, 24 divided by 2, 12, 24 divided by 3, 8, 24 divided by 4, 6, by 5 will not work, divided by 6, 4, like that. These are factors in descending order. Factors in the sense division. Multiples. Multiples in the sense into symbol. For any number, how do you get multiples? Let's take 5 multiples. Let's take 5 multiples. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. These are all 5 multiples. These are all 5 multiples. Into 1, into 2, into 3, into 4, into 5. When you say multiples, we use into symbol. If it is factors, divided by symbol. 24 divided by 1, 24. Divided by 2, 24 by 3, 24 by 4, 24 by 5, not possible, 24 by 6, like that. If you want factors, division symbol. If you want multiples, into symbol. Hope you can remember. The other way, this is LCM, this is HCF. F stands for factors. M stands for multiple. So in LCM we use only multiples. In HCF we use factors. Divided by 1, divided by 2, divided by 3, like that. Right. Next, ABC are 3 students. A got 18% more than B and 12% less than C. B got 220 marks. How much marks C has got? Here we already know one person's marks. 220. Who got 220? B. Let us write B first. B is 220. A got 18% more than B. If it is 100%, A will be 18% more, that will be 118%. I don't want to calculate 18% here. When will I calculate? If I know that I get final answer, then I will calculate. Otherwise, I'll just represent the number. Don't go for cancellation. A is 18% more than this number. If it is 100%, this will be 118%. 118% of 220. We have to simplify this. I don't want to do it because I don't get answer now. So let me write it like this. Even here also, what I want to do is, I will delete percentage symbol, or otherwise write like this, no problem. 118% of 220. Have you understood so far? Understood so far? Right. Okay. Now, question is about C. We know A, we also know B. But final question is about C. And 12% less than C. 12% less than C. Who got 12% less than C? Who got 12% less than C? A. A got 12% less than C. Suppose if C is equals to, suppose if C is equals to 100%, A gets 12% less, that is equal to 88%. For your understanding purpose, what you can write is, if C is equal to 100x, A will be 12% less, which is equal to 88x. Why am I writing x? Because 1% already it is used. Again, if you use percentage, you might get confused. So I am not writing percentage. Instead, I am writing same numbers but taking a variable x. Understood this? A value is this much, which is equal to 88x. Then x will be equal to 118% of 220 is equal to 88x. X value is equal to divided by 88. If I delete percentage, you have to write 100 in denominator. This is x value. C is equal to 100x. Then C is equal to into 100. This value is equal to, here also assume when percentage symbol is deleted, you have to write divided by 100. That I am not writing because you might get confused. This is equals to 88x. Then x will be equal to divided by 88. 118% of 220 by 88. Now I am deleting percentage symbol, writing into 1 by 100. This is x value. C is equal to 100x, which is into 100. First of all, 100 gets cancelled. 20 to 10 times, 20 to 4 times. 4 cancellation in 118. 4 2 times 8. 38 we have 9 times 0.5 into 10, 295. So majority of the people, what they does is, they'll try to calculate 18% of this number and they will directly add it here. When you calculate 18%, you don't get natural number, you get decimal. Takes time. So hence I am avoiding that. That is the logic. Next, 930 is added in a number, added to a number. Then the number becomes 444, 4 by 9% of itself. Find the original number. Don't get confused. 930 added to a number. Our number is 100%. Original number. 930 is added here. It becomes 444, 4 by 9%. This is equal to 444, 4 by 9%. Okay? What you can do is, whatever I am writing now, you should do in your mind. Forget about denominator. What can be taken common here? Show me with fingers. Forget about denominator. What can be taken common? 4. If you take 4 common, 4 comes outside. What will be here? Triple 1. What comes here? 1 by 9 percentage. Triple 1 into 9. 999 plus 1. 1000 by 9 into 4. 4000 by 9. Understood? Understood? This you are not supposed to write. You should do in your mind, which is actually possible. When Indian scientists are sending rockets from Earth to space, can't we do this calculation in our mind? Take 4 common, triple 1, 1 by 9, which is 1000 by 9 into 4, 4000 by 9. Now let me write that. This is equal to 4000 by 9 percentage. 100% goes to the other side. Now if you take 9 common, 9 into 100%, 900%. 4000 minus 900%, 3100 by 9% is equal to 930. 31 once, 31 30 times. 31 one time and then you have 2 zeros. 31 30 times. Take 9 to the other side. Here in numerator we have 31 100 times. 31 30 times. 9 goes to the other side. 100% is equal to 270. I did not do anything. Only this is converted to 4000 by 9%. After that it is regular thing only. Simple. 100% has gone to the other side. 9 taken common, 9 into 100, 900. Subtracted from 4000, 3100% by 9, which is equal to 930. Cancellation with 31. 100 times, 30 times. 9 goes to the other side. 100% is 270. Right? So, let me explain this question. I think after this I'll close. 75% of A is equal to 40% of C. 80% of B is equal to 100% of A. If sum of 50% of B and 30% of C is equal to 95, find 80% of A. Now, we have 3 numbers, A, B, C. First comparison is between A and C. 75% of A is equal to 40% of C. I didn't like these numbers because we have beautiful number other way. 80% of B is equals to 100% of A. These numbers are little interesting numbers. 100% of A, or you can simply call A. A is equal to B. 80% of B. 100% of A in the sense A is equal to 80% of B. So I'll start with B as 100x because A depends on B. 100% of A is equal to 80% of B. Out of this 80% is 80x. Understood this? Then now take the first concept. 75% of A. 75% of this number. Whenever you want to calculate 75%, 50% plus 25%. 50 percentage meaning half. If you make again half, you will get 25%. Half of this number is 40. So 50% of this number is 40x. 25% is 20x. 75% of this number is 60x. That is equal to 40% of C. 40% of C is equal to 60x. Then 1% of C is equal to divided by 40. 100% of C is equal to into 100. 22 times, 23 times, 3, 50 times, 3x into 50, that is equal to 150x. Now we have represented A, B, C in terms of x. Now let's go to the question. Sum of 50% of B. 50% of B is 50x. Sum of this number and 30% of C. 30% of this number is 10% into 3. 8 3 is 24. Is equal to 95. Oh, 30% of C. Sum of 50% of A, B. 50% of B is this much. And 30% of C. 10% of this number is 15. 30% is 15 into 3. That is equal to 45x. Is equal to 95. 95x is equal to 95. 80% of A. 80% of this number. 10% into 8. 8 into 8. 64x is equal to. If 95x is equal to 95, 64x will be equal to 64. See, before this, there is one more method to answer this question. I'll also explain that. Then you will understand advantage of this question. Can I remove this? Right. Now, the same question we can do it in another way. 75% of A is equal to 40% of C. 75% of A is equal to 40% of C. From this, A by C is equal to 5 25 times, 5 8 times. C comes to left hand side denominator, 25 goes to the other side. That is equal to 8 by 25. A is equal to 8 parts, B is equal to 25 parts. Next statement says 80% of B is equal to 100% of A. 80% of B is equal to 100% of A. From this, I would like to calculate A by B is equal to. B goes to the right hand side denominator, 100 comes to left hand side denominator. 24 times 25 times. Or otherwise, let me cancel only 0. This is 8 times, this is 10 times. A by B is equal to 8 by 10. So here A is equal to 8 parts. Here also A is equal to 8 parts. C is 25 parts. B is 10 parts. A is same here, 8 parts and 8 parts. Now let me write ABC in terms of number of parts. A is equal to 8 parts. C is equal to 25 parts. When A is 8 parts, B will be 10 parts. Now let's go to the solution. %50 of B, 50% of this number, which is equal to 5 parts. 30% of C, 30% of this number, that is equal to 10% into 3. 10 percentage is 2.5. 2.5 3 times, that is equal to 7.5 parts. This sum is equal to 95. Now the question is 80% of A. 80% of this number, that is equal to 10% into 8, that is equal to 6.4%. Something went wrong. This is not 25. This is 15. Nobody identified. This is 15. This is 15. This is 4.5. 5 cancellation. 5 15 times, 5 8 times. Then A by C is equal to 8 by 15. C is 15. 30% of this is 4.5. 9.5 parts is equal to 95. 6.4 parts is equal to 64. Cancellation mistake I did. 5 cancellation, it is not 25 times, it is 15 times. Here it should be 15. So here what we are doing, AC relation, then AB relation, then ABC relation. So it is getting lengthy. So I wanted to cut down number of steps. So we started with B. Now you observe the previous solution, then you will understand. Okay.